How you doing? This is Stash from the Stash YouTube coming back at you with another YouTube. Sorry about the sloppiness of my yesterday's vlog during the or shortly after the Syria strike. It was sloppy, but I was reaching out. Nobody really got back to me. So I guess it wasn't very good. But anyway, continuing on about the strike yesterday, in hindsight, I don't think it was that bad. Overall, I support the president, and I think you should support the president too. The war in Syria had been more or less over. Syrian forces had overcome the rebels. But some events were fluid, and they continued to move, kind of in conjunction with the accusation of a nerve agent attack on an agent, MI6 agent, which is, in my opinion, suspicious, and also President Trump himself indicating that he was keen on getting out of Syria. But also at the same time, complicating the matter, it's kind of perplexing, but he picked a war hawk advisor in the form of Bolton. And again, there was last April a strike, and then the situation seemed to calm for a while. Now it's escalated again. Trump saying he wanted to get out. I certainly supported him to get out. I liked a lot of things he said about the Middle East. His comments on Iraq. We got into Iraq on what bogus weapons of mass destruction charge. I don't know if you remember Slam Dunk and so forth, and it was about an Italian cutout agent and yellow cake uranium and so forth, and then they regret it. And Tony Blair recently said he regretted, but now Tony Blair saying, no, we should go into Syria. And Theresa May, without really checking out this accusation, she's like, let's hit Syria, or no, let's we have to take strong action against Russia. And Vladimir Putin, and this all comes in connection with endless accusations of Russia collusion in the election and so forth. And also a team of inspectors was slated to head for Syria, and I think they're still going to do it. But this tense strike last night really didn't seem to do that much. They're saying they hit a scientific building, and of course the president said it was great and so forth. But could it be that he's establishing kind of let's talk about a line drawn, and now he's done this strike. Is he reestablishing dominance, or is he trying to get back in the game, or what? It really remains to be seen. I think that I doubt that the strike would have been able to have been done without coordination with Russia. I think that the Russians, I believe there's an article or two that said the Russians notified Syria and so forth. It was coordinated, which that seems to make sense. I think it would have been I think there's been discussions that was worked out between the major powers, that being in this case Russia and the United States. So I think what really is going on remains to be seen, but I still support Trump in this matter. despite the fact that he's probably losing a lot of support. And I hope things work out. There was also another recent development when Mike Pompeo, Director of Central Intelligence, was being questioned in his confirmation hearings. He said, well, we hit a Russian large mercenary force and we wiped them out. 1 to 200, 300 guys got wasted over there. I don't know about that. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm not saying Pompeo's a liar, but it just seems suspect. And if anybody knows anything more about that, hit me up on comment field. Again, in the interest of First Amendment, I feel it's important to discuss this. Hopefully there is still, even though it looks really bad now, some back channel discussions with Russia, because I'm for diplomacy. I'm not for war. And I don't think anybody watching this YouTube, if you come across this, should be either. The only reason why you should be is if you go or your family's going to go. And war should be thought of in that light. Diplomacy should be the rule. War is used for defense. I think that's why some of us voted for Trump. He was, talking about the costly wars of the Middle East. Not a good deal. I think he even said, let the Russians handle some of it. In addition to this, I think China is also a player that's looming in the background, and you got to realize that China and Russia have improving relations. They have, I believe it's called the Sino-Pac or Shanghai Pac or something to that effect. I'll put it in the liner notes. This is serious stuff. So, I mean, that we should be, with improvements in technology, we should be starting to think about new ways, and not more shock and awe BS. And now, if it wasn't coordinated a strike and the Syrians handled it without major assistance from Russian technicians and crews, then maybe the Tomahawk missiles don't work that great, or maybe they did and just hit the targets strategically. If anybody's got any information on that, or if you work on stuff like that, if you want to comment, hit me up. So I hope this vlog is a little more useful. I'm new to it, and I hope anybody finds this interesting. But again, there's a lot of people that are understandably alarmed about this, but it's the politics of war or near war. I hope this is it, because I'm on board with Mad Dog Mattis. General Mattis is correct. This is one and done, and he already said he's had enough of Bolton. He said he doesn't know if he can work with this guy. Let's see how he holds firm. Give it up for Mad Dog, and hopefully Trump and Pooty Poot work it out. Let me know what you think. Lucid comments only, though, please. Alright, God bless, take care.